Hi, I'm Liz. Welcome to my channel, Making It Easy with Liz. Today we're going to re-knot pearls. I have a strand of pearls here that's a repair for a customer of mine. And I thought this would be a great opportunity to demonstrate to you how to re-knot with using the re-knotting tool here, or knotting tool. So we're going to start off with, we're going to be doing these on silk. I like the Griffin silk bead cord. It is pure silk. It's twisted. It's got some texture to it, and it also comes pre-needled. So that's fabulous because you only have to worry about one strand of thread going through a needle instead of two on a traditional needle. So this has a needle at the end of it, and it's connected. So right now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut these apart. Okay, so I'm going to have to come in here and I'm going to have to cut each knot and separate the pearls from the strand. Knotting in between pearls or beads are fabulous because if it should break, you only lose one bead. And that's why pearls, even faux pearls, glass pearls, have small holes because pearls are traditionally knotted. And you don't want a big old hole in your pearl or your bead so that your knot gets sucked up into it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these apart, and then we'll get started on the knot. Okay, I have my pearls all cut apart here. I have determined that the number 6 silk fits these pearls the best, and as you can see, it has this little needle. Well, there's this little needle. The needle is attached to the cord, and there's the pearl. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off. So I'm going to guess that depending on, figure out how long you want your necklace to be, what it needs to be. And I always like to err on the side of excess, or, you know, I'd like to go more excessive so that I don't run out. So I'm going to guess that this necklace is about 18 inches. So we want about 36 inches of cording, which is about 3 feet. So I'm going to come over here, and I always give myself extra. So I'm just going to go ahead and measure off. I'm actually going to do more than that. Okay, and I always like to go in and I like to just pre-stretch it. Go in and just give it a little tug. And you want to make sure your hands are absolutely clean and that you don't have any lotions or oils or anything on them. Squeaky clean hands because the silk will pick up the dirt on your hands. Okay, so what I first do, just to make sure that my cording is going to be the right size, is I tie a knot at the end, just an overhand knot, and then I slide my pearl down to see if that knot is going to stay, and it does. So that's perfect. This is perfect cording for this. So I'm going to just go and snip that off. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave myself, probably about 7 or 8 inches, and I'm going to tie an overhand knot down here because that is what I'm going to use to, I still have to put my clasp on and my knot cover in the end. Okay, so I've got my pearl down there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pre-string all of my pearls on. So you go ahead and put them all on. A little bit tedious, but you do put all of your pearls and your beads on. A little bit of old thread in there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to string all these on, and then we'll come back and we'll start knotting some pearls. Okay, so I'm just now stringing on the last of my pearls onto my silk. And there we go. Okay, so now I've got these all pre-strung on. So now we're going to go down to the part here that we had the knot and that I slid that first bead down. So I'm going to put my beads to my left. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to feed these from my left side, and I'm going to work from my right. Okay, so here's the knotting tool. The knotting tool takes the place of the like an awl and tweezers. So it's got this little pointy doohickey here, which is the awl. Then it has this little V section right here that you're going to put the thread down into just before you slip it off of this part here. And here's the thumb mechanism to slide it off. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I have a knot here, and I slid a bead down. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give myself some slack. All right, I have my knotter in my hand, in my right hand. We're going to take, and I have these fingers here, okay, and I'm going to wrap my silk around my fingers like in a triangle, and then I'm going to take my pearl and I'm just going to drop all of that through the loop, right through the loop there. Now I'm going to catch the edge of my loop here with the awl portion while letting go and pulling on the thread till that is right up against my pearl. Now I'm going to hold my pearl down with my finger as I bring the thread through the V. I'm going to pull on the thread and I'm going to let that go. So we have our pearl right up against, right back behind the V. Now while I am pulling on my cord, I'm going to now slide it off. And there we have a knot next to our pearl. So then you take another pearl, you slide it on down, okay. I'm going to now pull out my fingers like this. I'm going to wrap them around into a triangle like that. I am now going to drop my pearls into the hole like that, catch it with the edge, pull my knotting tool down to my pearl like that, so it's right up against my pearls. I am now going to hold the pearls with my finger. I'm going to bring that cord right up through the V in the front. I'm going to pull, let that pop up, and now I'm going to slide it off. So you want to keep tension on your cord when you are pulling it. Keep tension on your cord when you're lifting up the thumb lever. Okay, now we're going to bring down another bead. Hang on, Julia, I'll let you out. Julia wants out. Don't forget to bring down a bead. I've done that lots of times. Okay, so we bring down another bead. All right, here we go again. Pull off some slack. 3 fingers, come around, catch it back in between your thumb and your forefinger like that. Bring the pearls through the hole, catch the edge with the awl portion of the knotting tool, pull it. Okay, now hold the pearls down as you bring the cord up and through the V. As you pull down on it, let go. And now we're going to just slide that off. And there we go. Knots. Beautiful knots. Check it out. Cool, eh? Okay, so now we're going to bring down another pearl. And again, pull off some slack. 3 fingers. We're going to pop them right through that loop right there, right through the hole there. Okay. We're going to grab it like this. Going to pull our cord up against our pearl. Hold down the pearl with our finger as we bring our cord up through the V, pulling it down and sliding it off. There we go. Okay, I'll try again, pull down another pearl. See if I can't do this up close. Okay, I'm going to put the knotter down just so that so it's not in the way, okay? Okay, I'm going to give myself some slack here. I'm going to wrap it around my 3 fingers, catching it between my thumb and my forefinger. I'm going to pop my pearls right through the loop like that. I'm going to take my knotter, going to catch the edge, let that loop slide on down, up against the pearl, like so. Hold it with my finger, bring the cord through the front V, pull down and let go of the pearls, and then slide that off. And there you go. Beautiful. See that? So don't get too confident. It's kind of mindless work, and it's easy to make a mistake or let that slide off too soon. So make sure that you have your knotting tool right up against your pearl. Make sure everything's set up just perfectly before you release that pearl off of there, and then you will be whipping this out in no time. I'm going to show you one more time. Knotting tool. Let's see if I can do this up closer. Catch the loop. Pull your cord down up against the pearl, like so. Okay. Now I'm going to hold my pearls while I bring this around the front. I'm going to hold that down and pull, and now I'm going to slide off my pearl. Perfect. Yes? Excellent. Okay. Well, that's how you use the knotting tool. I'm going to continue this on, and then I'll be back and show you how to attach your clasp in the end. Thanks. Have fun. Okay, so we also we're going to need 2 pairs of pliers for opening and closing our jump rings. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take, we already have a knot right here. So we're going to take the end of our silk here, and we're going to slip. I like to open up my knot cover too as wide as I can without the possibility of possibly breaking it, because I need that extra opening to be able to get my knotter in there to make a knot. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to slide my knot cover on like that. Now I'm going to make a knot in there. So now I'm going to make a knot just like we did before. I'm going to wrap it around I've got a short piece here, so I've got to be careful. And I'm going to dump all my pearls through the loop. This is kind of tricky now. Take your time with this. You got to get that knotting tool right in that knot cover. It makes it kind of hard, so got to wedge it in there just so, because we want to get that in there nice and tight. Okay, so see, I have that wedged in my knot cover there, and I'm going to hold my pearls. I'm going to bring this down across the front, and I'm going to hold, and I'm pulling down fairly tight, and now I'm going to slowly work that off. And now my knot is in there. Okay, then I'm going to dab that with a dab of GS Hypo cement, and I'll cut the thread and close my knot cover. But let's go ahead and get the other one on, the other side. Oh, that's not very good. Some scissors here. I need a manicure. My nails look terrible. I was in the garden yesterday, so they look bad. Okay, so open that up, slide it on. Bring it on down. Okay, same thing. We're gonna make a little loop. We're gonna drop our beads through it. At this point here, it's better to do it just from the end and feed it through. Okay, grab the, oops. well, I lost it there, so now I'm just gonna make a little knot. Okay, got that. Bring it all the way to my knot cover. Okay, you want to look to make sure that you are right up against as far as you possibly can go. Okay, through the V. And slide that off. And see, that's in there nice and tight. Okay, again, we're going to dab the glue, cut it, close it, put a jump ring on, and put our clasp on. I'll be right back. I'm going to get my glue. Do this part first, then go in and glue both knots at the same time because this GS Hypo cement tends to want to ooze and it doesn't stop. So I'm going to go ahead. So I'm going to dab my knot and let that soak in. Okay, I'll do the other side. And you got to get the lid on this very, very quickly. It's got this little needle stopper thingy, and see how it's already oozing out. All these little things that test your eyesight. Okay, so now I'm going to clip that. And the other side. Okay, and now I'm going to close my knot cover. So that's what we end up with. Okay, I fixed my wonky knot cover here with an awl, and now I'm just going to go ahead and put the other side of the clasp on. And there we go. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Nice, beautiful set of pearls. Hand knotted on silk. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please subscribe and share my channel, Making It Easy with Liz. And we'll see you next time. Thank you. Have a great day.